Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of the Otumba Adam Show. My name is Adam Zuluafemi Olajide, and you guys are welcome specially. Today is Saturday, the 11th rather, of June 2022. It's a day before the Democracy Day in Nigeria. And if you are watching me from anywhere, how is the weekend going? How are you guys doing? How is life generally? I hope you're good. I hope you are giving the world your very best. It is a rainy Saturday today. It's actually raining right now, probably drizzling. I think the rain has subsided, and it's a lovely day. If you got to, or if you had the chance of going to an Owambe, I hope you had fun. If you're coming back to watch this live episode later on, all right. So, if this is your first time of being a part of the show and you're probably wondering what the whole show is about, it is me talking about business basically and entrepreneurship and freelancing and every other thing that can actually help your business to grow better. That is all we do on this show. It's very, very short. Between 10 to 15 minutes, we are done. And on today's episode, we will be looking at what's my topic again? I'm sorry, just a second. Business lessons you can learn from street vendors. Business lessons you can learn from street vendors. Now, the beauty about growing up in Lagos is the fact that, like, anytime you need to buy something from the market, you would always see these vendors trying to like get your attention, trying to like get you to buy from them. And if you look closely, there are certain things that they do that you could actually learn from them and also incorporate into your business. And these things are what I'll be talking about today. All right. So, number one on my list is learn to speak your customer's language. It is very, very key. Now, if you go to the market and you're passing by, you would always see these market sellers, these vendors, right, calling out to you, trying to like get your attention, so such that they can sell to you. However, when they're trying to like call out to you and then they realize that like you're not of their own tribe, they tend to want to speak your own language such that it would get you comfortable and also feel that like, hey, I can actually buy from this person, right? I think Igbo people do that a lot. Maybe like they're saying like, customer, come and buy everything that they sell. And then the next thing, like they realize that like you are Yoruba, and then you would see them trying to force out the Yoruba out of them also, right? They'll be like, customer, hey, they buy me monster. You get that kind of thing. Like, you know that like they do not actually know how to speak the language properly, but they try their best to communicate with the person that like they are hoping that they would get that would get to buy from them, right? So also in your own business, you could do the same thing. Learn to speak the language of your customers. It doesn't necessarily mean that you have to speak in terms of English, Yoruba, Hausa, but every customer you're selling to is coming from a particular background. They're coming from a particular, they probably have a particular ideology. You need to learn to speak their language. If they're accountants, you should know that, like, okay, they talk about debit and credit, checks and balances, taxes, and the likes, right? If they're engineers, you know what they speak. If they are medical doctors, you know their own language. As long as you're able to speak these people's language, it has a way of making them feel comfortable, of making them seeing you as one of theirs, right? They definitely know that like you really do not know how to speak their language. They know that like you are not technical enough, but for the fact that like you tried your best to say it as they would have said it, right? It gives you this upper edge because they know that like you are trying to speak their language. You're taking the extra effort to be in their zone, and it will make them relaxed, and it would also make them to want to do business with you. That's number one on my list. Number two on the list is have a price range depending on the client. Now, there's something about all the street vendors, whenever you go to buy from them, right? They would size you up and they would know what price they are going to call for you. If they see that like you are expensive, because they can actually gauge you based on how you talk, how you look, how you dress, right? They would give you a particular price that is befitting of your stature, right? But if someone who is not as rich as the earlier person should come around, they also try to sell to those people, right? Making sure that, like, hey, I should be able to sell to everybody that is coming my way. If it's somebody that is high, I give them a high price. If it's someone that is of medium quality, I give them medium quality price. If it's someone that is that does not really have much, right? I try to like give them everything according to what they can offer. So also in your own business too, you can actually create something like tiers, right? If it's the lower tier, the middle tier, and the higher tier, depending on who is coming to buy from you. All right. So you could say that like my price starts from this upwards, or it is as much as, depending on who you're actually selling to and what their pocket is saying. Because if you're trying to say that, like, okay, I just want to like sell to a particular set of people, then trust me, you would, or you may run out of customers at some point and you will not be able to like get enough people to buy from. So I have packages for my voiceover, right? I do voiceovers. And when people come around to me and they're like, what's your budget? I look at them and I'm like, okay, what can this person actually afford? Can this person pay as much as this price? If it's for a company, I tell them, okay, I charge this for companies. If it is for a small business, I tell them like, okay, fine. I know that like you don't have this amount of money, so this is what I can offer you based on this. And majority of them still love it and they still pay for it. It's a win-win for both of us, because if I'm just waiting for the premium clients to come around, I might have to wait a while. But in the meantime, when the lower kiddas come around, I can as well just like sell something to them and still make my money at the end of the day. Number two. Number three on the list is give them a taste of what they will be buying. Now, one of the things that like a lot of Hausa people do, especially those that sell suya, is the fact that like when you get to their shops, you get to realize that like they give you one to taste. So also if you go to the market and then you're trying to buy gari or you're trying to buy some of these things, right? The woman selling would most likely give you a piece for you to taste. Now, what that says is that like, okay, have a feel of what I am doing, right? And if you love it, patronize me. If you can also incorporate it in your business, a lot of businesses actually do it right now. But if you also can also incorporate it into your business, right? That's why we have Canva that has a free trial. I think, is it 2 weeks trial for their premium package? We have LinkedIn that has a month trial for their premium package. Like a lot of companies do it. So also in your own business, you can also incorporate it in such a way that like give people freebies, let them have a feel of what you can do, and then what's the word? When they pay you, you deliver premium to them. Sometimes one of the things I do is that like if I'm trying to bid for a job, I tell the client that like, hey, okay, for this animation, can I create like 10, 50 seconds so that you have a feel of what I can do? And if they love what I do, definitely they would actually pay me for the full service, because they know that like they need it and I am the person that can actually deliver based on the sample I have shown to them. Okay. Number three on the list. Number four is learn to connect deeper. Now, one of the ways that like you can actually like win the hearts of people over, it is not just about you trying to like make sales, but you trying to know them, know where they are coming from, understanding them, asking questions about their life, trying to know much more about them. It gives this sense of belonging, right? When you know that like, okay, the person that you patronize, the person you buy from, has a way of wanting to know more about you, has a way of trying to like ask you what's the update on your project, on the things that like you're doing, and this person actually cares about you. So also in your own business, incorporate these things into it such that you relate with people better, try to like know them on a deeper level, not just on the surface level. Create conversations with them, get to know them for what they believe in, who they are, and what they aspire to become. By the time you realize all these things and you create conversations around them, trust me, they would patronize you, and they would also be your evangelist. They would tell other people about what you are selling, and they would tell them to come and patronize you as well. All right. So that's number four on the list. And then the last number that I have on my list is upsell your customers. This is very, very important. Now, what do I mean by upselling? Have you ever gone to a boutique, a local boutique where other Igbo sellers are actually selling, and they're like, you tell them that you would like to buy a particular shirt. Now, this is what they do: they bring to you what you said you need, and then they also bring along something that they feel that like would actually match what you need, right? On the long run, if you are not careful, you would end up spending all your money because you would see more things that like you actually need for yourself that you never thought about. So also in your business, try to learn to upsell your clients even when they have actually bought a particular package from you. If you have other things that like would be of benefit to them, one of the things that you can do to them is show them that thing that like you want to sell to them, and then list the benefits of those things. Before you know it, those people would actually get to buy from you. It is very, very important. Don't just like sell one thing to them and then make them and then feel rather that they probably do not need this anymore. No, upsell them, bring other things, even if you do not have it with you. If you feel that like it's something that like a friend of yours does, right, and you can negotiate with that friend of yours that, hey, dude, I'm about to introduce this thing to this person. This is going to be my cut at the end of the day. Do you agree? Now, if the person says yes, then you come back to the person that you're trying to upsell to. They're like, okay, I have offered this service to you. However, I have another service that complements this thing that you just bought from me. You actually need it. This is the price, and I can deliver it to you ASAP as long as you make payment. And when they do, you know that like you're not the one that would actually like get to like do the job. You pay the person, or you give the person that like would do it, deliver the job, and you and the person that like would actually get to do the job would get a cut from it. It's a win-win situation for all. And that is how to go about it. These are some of the lessons that you can actually learn from street vendors. These are some of the things that they do that you also can incorporate into your business, and you make sales. I would quickly go over all the points again. Number one on the list is learn to speak your customer's language. Number two is have a price range depending on the client you're trying to sell to. Number three is give them a taste of what they will be buying, right? A trial version and the likes. Number four is learn to connect deeper, all right, with your customers. And then number five is upsell your customers. And with this, we have come to the end of today's episode. If you are watching from Facebook or YouTube, please like, subscribe, share with your loved ones, tell someone about this show. All right, it's always brave. We try to like go straight to the point so that I will not waste your time, and it is always value packed. All right, so this brings us to the end of today's episode. My name remains Adam Solwafimolajide, and as I always say, be the best God has created you to be. Have a great weekend, guys. Bye bye.